Your Excellency, Mr. Minister of Shipping of the Hellenic Republic, Mr. Ambassador of the Hellenic Republic, professors, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure to greet you here today on behalf of the British Hellenic Chamber of Commerce, the Hellenic Observatory of the London School of Economics, and the Council of British Chambers of Europe in the 10th Annual London Conference on Greece that the British Hellenic Chamber of Commerce has been organizing for some years now.
I'm a great admirer of the Greek people. With all this shortfall in their income, with this violent change in their lives, I think they have shown political and social maturity like no other people have ever shown before.
This session, of course, we're looking at the domestic challenges of the euro crisis with reference to Greece, but other cases as well. We're looking at the prospects for a domestic exit from the crisis. Is it feasible? Is it on track? What are the major risks and threats to that recovery?
There is currently a very high unemployment rate in Greece, and this poses a threat to social cohesion. Secondly, over the last few years, there has been a very significant distraction in human and physical capital, a major disinvestment in the domestic economy. If you look at the ratio of gross fixed capital formation, total investments to GDP, we are currently near 13% versus 26% in the pre-crisis period. So there has been a huge disinvestment in the domestic economy.
I'm not arguing that one can escape austerity. Of course not. Those who have spent too much will have to reduce their spending relative to their output. But a system-wide approach where we would have looked at a way to spread the cost of adjustment to both debtor and creditor nations would have been one, where we said not only to the debtors you have to reduce your spending, but to the creditors you have to increase your spending. And what happened, the European Commission said, no, all of you have to reduce your spending. And that has created a deflationary bias that has led to unnecessary hardship, unnecessary loss of output, unnecessary loss of employment.
So don't assume that simply because we're going to get away from what are undoubtedly the unhappy disadvantages of bailout, that the rush to bail in will necessarily give us a better place to arrive at.
In Europe, the issue back then was the Greek exit, and no, they didn't want to touch it. They said, of course there's not going to be a Greek exit. But the market, that's what they want an answer for. And there was no money on the table to support anybody. So the stress test failed.
75% of the Greek population in polls shows that these questions are not theoretical. They are linked to day life, to everyday life. They want justice. They want to have effective governance, which means steady terms of a government and governments with a moral legitimacy to govern, because they will be accountable, as each and every citizen will be. And third, a steady, stable tax and growth environment where everybody will know the rules of the game beforehand. So, ladies and gentlemen, after thanking again the London School of Economics, Hellenic Observatory, and Professor Featherstone, Howard Rosen and COBCOE for their assistance and their support to this conference, the honorary chairman of the British Hellenic President of Commerce, Harilaos Goritsas, who was the heart and soul of this event, our sponsors, Eurobank, National Bank of Greece, EIDAP, Greece Debt Free and Reload Greece, for giving us the other side of the mirror that we should be having in mind all the time, and our communication sponsors. I would like to thank you all and just share not a vision or a dream, a certainty that in Greece just the basics are wrong. It's extremely fast and easy to correct them, as long as we feel like that and we work together. Thank you very much.